Penny Nike busted out a window in his basement. He has 150 dB in his basement and literally busted the glass out of his basement window. So at some point you're breaking stuff.
High Modulus says, now I'm thinking of seeing if I can find funding to do a research project. How much SPL starts to damage your house? So what are we looking at SPL wise to
orbit shifters?
But I mean, SPL, we talking 140?
I think 140 is kind of that range where you start breaking drywall and loosen drywall and stuff. I do 130 in my basement pretty regularly, and over the course of 8 years, I've got some screws and some nails starting to kind of show some drywall marks, but it's not that bad. 140 at Doug's house, we were watching drywall start flapping off the walls. So like it literally, it's not just barely loosening. It's like starting to
remember every 3
dB
is a doubling.
Every
6
dB is
every 6 dB.
10 is
10
is what it sounds like doubling, but 6 by the math is a doubling of SPL. But so yeah, I would guess, and you could probably ask. There's some guys on the forum that would probably know from firsthand experience. Penny Nike busted out a window in his basement. He has 150 dB in his basement and literally busted the glass out of his basement window. So at some point you're breaking stuff, and I think that's around 140 where it starts.
Yeah, I'd hit 130, and it never did anything to the sheetrock in our last place. I'd hit 130 regularly as well, but
I think I'm one of those guys that I almost get fearful, not for my subwoofers. I get fearful for my room. Like something, I've got a big double sliding glass door, and I'm going, I don't want that thing to just shatter in half or crack down the middle. So I kind of, when it gets intense, I'm like, okay, that's plenty for me.
Have you guys ever been around any of those cars that have had bass competition or had if you had some just some couple 15s in it and everything starts rattling and the panels get loose and it sounds like aluminum cans when you're driving down the road.
Yeah.
And even if you're not playing, you can wreck it. And that's that you can do that to your house. So case in point, after that 2012 subwoofer meet that we were talking about, like my room, not even like in my room, when I played bass at the same levels I did before, my room was all rattly and like crappy. That was part of the reason we wanted to move houses too, because or I wanted to because my own 3-liter room sounded horrible now. It's like it needed to be redone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you can absolutely damage stuff.